watching. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I love you more. How you doing? I'm a mess. Kim Kardashian goes on a Twitter rant about her wedding. And Willow Smith's shocking picture. Have you seen it? Yeah. Okay. Well, Jada is trying to defend it. And NeNe Leakes wants a raise or she's walking. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. And my makeup still looks good, right? My makeup artist, Morel, beats it. She does. Thank you, Morel. No reason, just, you know, you have a talk show, you're a girl from New Jersey, it's raining and pouring, my audience showed up, you're screaming and yelling, you all look so beautiful, and my heart is just so full. And I know this is the 5th season of this show, but every day feels like the first day in terms of my heart being full. So thank you, thank you. Thank you. On another note, I want to shout out to Michael Simon over at The Chew. Michael, well, first of all, I love The Chew. I love food, and I enjoy that show is very soothing. Michael, I was looking for an interesting recipe to make cabbage, you know, to make with cabbage, and I had a red one and I had a green one in my refrigerator, and I invited my mom and dad over for dinner last night, and I'm just tired of chicken on the grill, you know? So I go to thechew.com, and Michael was the one, you know how each member of the cast, you know, cooks, you know, each day. Michael made the stuffed cabbage, and I followed your recipe to the T. It was delicious. So thank you, Michael Simon, and shout out to The Chew. I love you all. Okay, so now, Jada Pinkett Smith is furiously defending her daughter, Willow, who's 13 years old. Willow has made headlines everywhere this week because she posted this picture right here. Willow is 13, the boy in the background is 20. He was on that show, Hannah Montana. Yeah, it looks sexualized, and I'm sorry that we have to feel that way. You know, our society has gone to such a place that, yeah, that's the first thing I think of is, oh, what were they doing? And why are his clothes off? Even if his clothes were on, it still's not a good look. It looks like they're on a bed with no headboard, doesn't it? And it's, yeah, it is sexualized, you know? It's, the picture is wrong on every level. I can't even, clap if you feel the picture is wrong on every level. Clap if it looks innocent, because allegedly this guy is a family friend, and clap if it looks innocent. Okay. Sir, you can always say it like you mean it here. You think it's fine? Yeah. Well, listen. The camera's caught up with Jada in the streets, and we've got the footage. Let's watch.
Jada, can you comment on the picture that was posted on Instagram of Willow and Moises?
No comment.
Here's the deal. There was nothing sexual about that picture or that situation. You guys are projecting your trash onto it, and you're acting like covert pedophiles, and that's not cool.
Whatever. This is the same family, though, that allows their kids to raise themselves. You know, they've said this more than a few times, that they don't really set rules in their house, that the kids, you know, can raise themselves. I just think it's all... Let's move on to the next story before I say way too much. Kim Kardashian jumped on Twitter to set the record straight about her wedding. And here's what she tweeted. Hold on. She says, number 1, we are not married yet. See, told you guys. Number 2, we are not filming our wedding for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You will see everything leading up till and after. And number 3, no guest list has been released. Seeing fake ones, especially not 1,600 people invited like I just read. It's very small and intimate. Well, you know what? Here's my thought. First of all, I told you all that they didn't get married this past weekend. Otherwise, that would have been the big talk on the red carpet at the Met. You know, that thing about getting married in America so that then they can go over to France and have the big wedding, because they couldn't get married there because you have to live in France, they said, for 40 days before a marriage is legal. So I told you they didn't have the intimate ceremony at the house. Number 2, reportedly, it's the prenup holding up the wedding, you know, the actual wedding. There's no fighting on either end. No, it's not like a shady situation. It's just that they say that Kanye, not that I know of. But you know me, I will keep digging. Anyway, but no, Kanye just switched management, and you know, there are just a lot of, you know, nuts and bolts to put together. And here's why I think that it's gonna be a small, intimate ceremony over in Paris. Because friends and celebrities, you know, the regular friends, like the grocer at the Wegmans or something, the friends and celebrities don't wanna be part of filming of that show. First of all, they already gave a gift the first time. You know, Kim has made a mockery of what it is to truly be married. They look. It goes beyond Jay-Z and Beyonce not wanting to be on film. I mean, to me, it goes even deeper than that. If you had gone to this wedding before, say you're a Hollywood agent, not a celebrity, and you'd already given them a gift, would you want to fly over to Paris, take time off work, spend all that money only to be filmed for that show, number 1. And number 2, all right, we won't even talk about divorce, because hopefully this one will last. And I'll have to eat my crow. But yeah, so I think that they're backpedaling now. And the guest list, I bet you, started out to be 1,600 at first. Except they got RSVPs, as in we're not coming, probably from, you know, 75% of the people. Anyway, on another note, Khloe is being told by the family that she can't bring her new boyfriend, French Montana, to the wedding. Well, they say, listen, he hasn't been in your life long enough. That might be why French is even hanging around, you know, to be a part of the wedding. And so he's got to be having like the time of his life. I mean, he's got his own celebrity, but Kardashians are a whole nother, you know, wild celebrity. Anyway, they've taken their relationship to a whole nother level by introducing him, Khloe did, to Chris. See, and then Chris took a picture and posted it on Instagram with the caption, "I love you, Poppy," a take on "Love You, Poppy," the Jennifer. Okay, well, here's my thought on Chris as a mother. You know, I don't think a lot about her as a mother. I feel like when you bring your boyfriend home to meet your mother or father, it's a bigger deal than it is in their household, the Jenner Kardashians, because Chris pumps her fist at the club. Heck, the introduction was probably made at the club over a bottle of bub. You know, I mean, they don't call her mom, they call her Chris. She's not a mom, she's out there fist pump, like, that's not a mom, that's a party girl who, according to, you know, the things that we read, allegedly sneaks cigarettes. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I'm just saying, you know, we read a lot, you know, the kids are constantly worried allegedly about her drinking. And, you know, she parties at Joe Francis. You know, she parties like a young girl. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but, well, she said yes it is. Here's the problem. Partying is not supposed to be, because I like to party, you know I love the club, but partying at a particular age and a responsibility and station in life is supposed to be a sometimes thing. It's not supposed to be an all the time thing. And bringing somebody home to meet your mom is supposed to be a huge event. Not, like, I don't picture this being a huge event. I remember when I introduced my Kevin to my parents, we met in April. I had never brought a fella home of Kevin's makeup. You know, Kevin is from the mean streets of Brownsville, Brooklyn, and I had been used to bringing home, and I didn't bring home a lot of boyfriends, but I was used to bringing home scholars and men like that. But by August, we met in April, by August, my sister was having, this is when everybody lived in Jersey, a barbecue at her house with just the family. And I said, you know what? I really do like this guy. And for me to, like, I never used to, even bringing guys home, I wouldn't just bring home any random guy. It would always be, you know, a guy that, you know, I'm with. So I brought him home, and the first thing my mother said to him, I was spying behind a fake ficus tree, you know, in the house. And the rest of the family was outside. So it was just Kevin and my mom in my sister's kitchen. And my mom says, Kevin, can you please pull your pants up? But you have to understand, I come from a place of say it like you mean it. Like any one of us could get up here and do the hot topics and give you an opinion and not waffle. And Kevin said, you know, with all due respect, Mrs. Williams, this is my style. He laughed, and she was a little disgusted, but you know, 20 years later, his pants are still sagging, and she is still saying it like she means it. And I think I fell more in love with him for standing up to her, and more in love with my mother for saying it like she means it anyway. So, NeNe wants more money from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, or she's leaving. She's rich, oh my God. Okay, NeNe reportedly already is making $1 million per season. She wants more money. Now, you know, she is the highest paid housewife of all the franchises, and she thinks that her other Hollywood ventures have made her more bankable. Well, she's done a lot. Glee, Dancing with the Stars, The New Normal, Celebrity Apprentice. But those things are all in the past. You know, like Janet Jackson says, what have you done for us lately? No shade. No shade. No shade at all. You know, and I feel that there's a 50-50 chance that she might get more money. I mean, honestly, thank you all. You know, this reunion was the highest rated reunion ever in Housewives history. But of course, that was because of the fighting and all the gutter talk and all the and going on. Clap if you think, give NeNe a raise and let her stay. Clap if you feel they'll find another for cheaper. Well, honestly, I feel as though it's a 50-50 thing. Bravo might cave into her. However, everybody's replaceable. And I have a list of people that will light the next season on fire without NeNe. First of all, you throw in Marlo Hampton. She's shady, she's got 7 mugshots. I can't say what the streets say about how she makes her money, but. Okay, Marlo Hampton, give her a peach. Bring back Sheree, give her a peach. Cancel that show, Married to Medicine, because it makes doctors look shameful with all the fighting and twerking and yelling and whatnot. But save 2 of those girls from Married to Medicine and bring them over to the Housewives. And I have a suggestion. Yep, Mariah and Quad. And bring them over. Just clean house, Bravo. Let them all go. Kenya, NeNe, all of them. And the people that I just named to you, you can start them off at like $150,000 a season and save some coins. That's all. I am so disgusted I could spit. Because a man might be joining the ladies at The View. Listen, Barbara. I'm yelling on account of she's old. Barbara, I know you're in hair and makeup right now. Shout out to the entire makeup room. If Barbara's not in there, translate this to her. at the beginning of the show, when Barbara says, I wanted to create a show where women can get together from women's points of view, and yada, 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 yada. It is not, Barbara's leaving, she'll stay on as executive producer, but, you know, she says, it's time for the show to shake it up and change. Well, you shake it up with women, Barbara. Like, I like my view with no men, even gay men. Like, I love Mario Cantone, but when Mario's on there, like, he's stinking up the joint. You're like, no, I love him. One day I went over there and Mario was actually one of the co-hosts. And, you know, it was fine because I like Mario, and he's like one of the girls, but I don't want a man, I don't want any testosterone at the table. So please, Whoopi, do something. Do something. And they're talking about getting another Elizabeth Hasselbeck point of view, you know, the Republican point of view that she has. If in that case, that means that the man would also be a Republican man. And let me guess, Babs, your intent would be that the man would lead the show? No. I think the leader of the show, no matter who comes back or who replaces, you know, in the Barbara Walters seat, P.S., like a Star Jones or a Rosie O'Donnell or somebody to really shake it up. But I think that Whoopi should be the leader. Sorry. On another note, I was reading my newspaper this morning, eating the leftover cabbage in my office. Who says you have to have eggs for breakfast? You can have stuffed cabbage or a pork chop. You know? So I'm eating my cabbage and reading the newspaper, and I saw in there on page 6, Sherry, I hope it's not true that you and your husband, Sal, may be splitting. I know. Nice people, good couple. I hope not. So, Mother's Day is coming up. I'm exhausted because my own mother is in New Jersey and she says to me, Wendy, what are we gonna do for Mother's Day? And I constantly have to remind her, like it's always great when they're down in Florida because then I don't have to do anything with her. But no, I love my mom, but I'm a mom too. And I'm not conflicted at all with what to do on Mother's Day. I'm the priority in my house. I'm a mom. You know? My brother and his wife can take them for brunch or whatever. I don't want to go for brunch. I like when my Kevins, they make me what I love, banana pancakes with a cherry compote on the side. And they clean up the area and then they disappear for the day. I tell them, don't come back till the sun comes down. That has been my rule every Mother's Day. Alas, Mother's Day is on Sunday and we're always looking for fabulous gift ideas for our moms. And there's this company right across the street from the Wendy studios here in Chelsea. It's called Tusk, T-U-S-K. And they make these exquisite leather goods. But look at these fabulous wallets. And what I love about these wallets is that you ever open your wallet and cut your hand because the leather is so hard, you cut your hand on the zipper. Look how soft, delicious, and delicious. And wait a minute, let me show you the back. Look at the back zipper. And then look at this. You slide your checkbook in here. Keep looking, keep looking. Look at this. You're not cutting your hand on this, sister. And look, and there's another slit in here. And you realize that this retails for over $100. They come in fabulous, fabulous colors. Let's show them the colors. Why I oughta. These are good. And so, to everybody here in the studio audience, you know I got you covered. You're all going home with one. Happy Mother's Day. At home, you can log on to wendyshow.com. Look on our Facebook page for your chance to win a Tusk wallet.